Welcome to Anyone Can Learn Guitar. This lesson is on octaves and the importance of octaves in visualizing the fretboard. It's a really big deal. What an octave means is it's the same note going 12 semitones up or down. So what that means for us on guitar, we will look at this in the key of G. Here's our key center on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Now, our first position G major chord, or grand bar chord, is this. One of the tougher ones to grab. If you're still having trouble grabbing this chord, don't be too hard on yourself. It takes time. Now, what we want to look at here is where the octaves are in this chord. Now, there's really 6 places to play a G note on the guitar before the fretboard starts over again on the grid. 3 of them are in this chord, which is a really, really big deal for visualizing. So the key center, we know that's one. Now, the 5th fret on the 4th string, those are both G's. That is an octave above our key center. And we know from some of our earlier lessons that this big E string, this note, is the same as it is on the high one. It stands to reason because these are both E strings, right? The big one and the little one. So we know that this is a G as well. This is very important because of the 6 places to play a G within the first 12 frets. We have 3 of them within this chord. The 6th string, the 4th string, and the 1st string. Our first position G major chord has 3 G's in it. Now, from our caged method lesson, this is really an E shape, right? Because if this is our E major chord, like that, and we move that up here to G. So in the cage system, that is the E shape. It's the grand bar, first position shape. Now we're going to go up and look at the A shape of the G major chord, which is this thing, way up here. I'm starting on the 10th fret of the 5th string, and I'm barring the 12th fret on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. The root of the chord is this G, and on the 3rd string, we have another G. So there's 2 more of them. First position G chord, it was the 6th, 4th, and 1st strings. On this shape, the A shape, it's the 5th and 3rd strings. There's 5 of the G's, right? Now the other one is kind of out here by itself. It's right here on the 2nd string, the 8th fret of the 2nd string. This particular G ties into our D shape. This is very important to memorize where these octaves are. It's huge. First position, G major chord, 1st string, 4th string, 6th string. We go up to our A shape, and it's on the G, the root is on the 5th string and the 3rd string. The other G is here on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. It's all by itself, and it ties into our D shape from the caged system. So between this shape and this shape and this shape, we have played all 6 G's within the first 12 frets. When I keep saying within the first 12 frets, after 12 frets, we're just repeating the same thing. And that visual is very important too. So focus on being aware of the notes that you're playing. If you play a first position chord, you know, you don't have to think so much about the name of the note. You can think more in terms of the number of the note, which is kind of what I do, to be honest with you. Like if I'm playing a G, I'm not necessarily thinking that's G and that's G and that's G. I'm thinking that's 1 and that's 1 and that's 1. So for this first position G major chord, Nashville number system, we have 1st, 5th, 1st, 3rd, 5th, 1st. We go up to our A shape, 1st, 5th, 1st, 3rd. Now for our D shape, and I'm on the 7th fret, 3rd string, 8th fret, 2nd string, 7th fret, 1st string. Now we have 5th, 1st, 3rd. So that's our introduction to octaves. And octaves, again, 12 semitones away. It's the same note, it's just the same note in the next register up. And visualizing these on the guitar is a huge deal because you can use octaves and melody like many of the jazz musicians do. And they're also very important pivot points. When I say pivot points, they're very important pivot points for chord shapes and for playing arpeggios. And we're going to get much deeper on that. That's our introduction to octaves, and rock on. Thank you so much.